It's your girl, Precious. Hey. Or am I Lily Mae on here? Anyway. Today we have, hi baby.
Will you sit down, please?
Okay. We have Jacqueline here and she's going to answer a couple questions about some books that she has read or is reading. So we're going to dig into that. So if y'all didn't know, this is my daughter Jacqueline. Say hello to the vlog, please.
Hi.
She's so introverted and she's like such a bookworm, but I'm trying to get her to be more social and out with it. So let's just start this video off. Let's waste no time. And which video are we gonna start with today? Pick a book. Yeah, which book are we gonna talk about today?
Okay. I'm just gonna get out. Let's get out the way. First, we have Haunted Outline. I have part 1 and part 2, but I've only read part 2. You don't have to read part 1 or 3 part 2 in order to understand. If you know, you know. You don't know, you don't. But I read part 2. Basically, in here is a little rundown. She gets raped, kidnapped, and then her boyfriend / stalker come find her again, and then it's not a rose toy, but like it's like a rose that you pick out of the grass, like the bushes.
And we don't judge.
And we don't judge. It's like the rose you get out of like a flower, and like they whiffed it, like whiffed the rose. We listen and we don't judge.
Okay, question 1 about that book. What surprised you most about that book?
How they showed like when she was getting raped, like they actually like showed they it
was very detailed.
Yeah, and it was very drastic. Like she was raped a lot. Like right here, because there's 2 parts, which I highlighted. I think this is when
you highlighted it. What were the highlights for?
The highlights were just like stuff that were funny, stuff that weren't funny, stuff that were sad, stuff like that. Then there's 2 parts in the book. This part is when she's stuck at like the house she's getting raped at, and then the other part is when Zayd comes to rescue her. And yeah.
Okay. Next book.
Okay, you have Icebreaker.
Now I believe I purchased this one. Not I haven't read any of these books, just FYI. I am aware of the warnings and the concerns people may have with her being a preteen reading these books. But you will have to watch the next video to see why I'm so open with it. Because she's covered by the Lamb of Jesus, obviously. But I have my reasons why I'm okay with her reading these books. Okay, go ahead.
So in this book, a little rundown. I'm pretty sure I stopped like right here. Yeah, right here. It looks like they're playing hockey. Technically they are. They're ice skating. But like,
but what?
But basically, like, it's a lot. Like, so there's one bed. That book is very drastic. Like, there's like smut every 5 chapters. Maybe even every 4
Comment
chapters.
down below if y'all know what smut is. I have no idea what a smut is. Okay, questions about that book. Are there any lingering questions from the book you're still thinking about?
Yes. Like why they made the book. This book is so bad. And then I have 2 copies because one of them I'm going to write in, one of them I'm going to just donate again. So, but like, yeah, the question that I have is why did y'all make this book? Like, this is so bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
Next book. If y'all hear that noise, that's Star chewing on a bone.
Imagine me. So, Aaron Warner, the best boyfriend in the world. I've heard a lot about this book, especially in Believe Me and the previous books. He's very protective. The world is ending, stuff like that. I think this is like the first book. Either it's this one or Believe Me, where they actually like are in detail at having like smut detail. But like obviously they talked about it before. But this book is just. I finished the entire series except that book and the last novella. But I'm really excited.
What was your least favorite about this book?
About how Juliet and Warner stopped, like they weren't even like connected for the beginning of the book. Like obviously they were, but like they weren't. I like as before. If you read the series, you know, like in the first couple of books, they were so connected, but now they're just like, especially because like she's like ruling a whole kingdom. She's ruling Sector 45, so you know. But still, I feel like they could have had a lot more chemistry. But in the next couple of books, you're gonna have it, so it's okay.
All right. Next book.
I'm really scared. King of Wrath. I have the entire series. This one was probably the worst out of the series. Let me see. I'm gonna spare that. But really, if you see the ring, you'll understand why. It's an arranged marriage. He hates her father, like literally despises him because he's blackmailed her into marrying her, and he's like a dangerous like billionaire and stuff like that. When her ex tries to come save her, when her ex tries to come be with her again because he wasn't qualified enough to be with her, Dante low-key kind of broke his nose and tried to kill him multiple times. That's just like the basics, because I can't say a lot of it on here because I don't like it's, you know. But yeah, it had a lot of smut in there. But yeah.
Would you ever consider rereading it?
Yes.
Why or why not?
Yes, it was the best book ever. And it wasn't that long. I would reread that. And plus, I didn't highlight it in this book, so next time I read, I want to highlight it in it.
Okay. Next book.
Twisted Games.
And this is by the same author?
No. Oh yeah, Anna Huang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Twisted Games. This is the second book of the Twisted series. That's a different series. King of Sin and then Twisted series. He's her bodyguard. She's a princess of Eldoria, stuff like that. You know, they hate each other in the first couple chapters, and then like right like in like the 12th chapter maybe they first had like that was the first time they actually like, you know, got rough and down with it. But there's a couple scenes in here, like the throne room where they actually, it was like she was on top of her throne and like he got down and like enjoyed his dinner, you know?
Okay. We listen.
And we don't
judge.
It's not even the worst one. In the other books, they F on a boat and like the entire, you know. This was the best series, and I would reread that one.
Question: if you can ask the author anything, what would it be?
Are you making more books? And like, can we get like insight about their kids? Cause like almost all of them have kids, and like you just ended off that all of a sudden they have 2 kids. Like, can we get a book about their kids and their love life? Also, like in those books, and all those books, you know, back, those are all best friends. It's Ava, Chen, and then there's Bridget, and then there's Stella, and then there's Jules. They're all best friends, and they all just so happen to find the love.
Alright, on to the next one. We got 5 more. We're halfway point.
This is her. I haven't read this book yet, but I've heard a lot that she stole something from him, and he wants it back. She wouldn't give it back, something like that. And so like, technically, he bites her lip and dumps her head into shark-infested water. And it also includes pictures. I'm pretty sure it has like literal pictures in here. Well, maybe it's just like my special edition, but like my special edition. But like I've heard this book has a lot. And it's by H.D. Carlton, so it's also by the same author of Haunting Adeline. So you know it's gonna be really, really bad. Like, you know, or not bad as in like it's horrible, I'll never read it again, but like bad as in like it's gonna be pretty bad, bro.
Is my question coming?
Yeah.
Okay, about the same book. Wait,
Yeah,
yes.
those are her.
Okay. Question. You said you haven't read it? What made you want to read this book? Like, what made you say, yeah, that's a book that I'm interested in?
He bit her lip and after the shark infested water.
How do you know that? Like, where did you get that from?
Book talk.
Book talk. Okay.
I just scroll on TikTok all day and just look at books that I want to add to my TBR. I just heard that, you know, she stole from him, he bit her lip, and dumped her head, shark infested water, and after from behind. Yeah, that's a real book. And then, Powerless. It doesn't just look so normal. Like, it looks like it's a fantasy book. It low-key kind of is.
Let me know when you're ready for that. Check the baby, y'all.
I haven't read this book yet, but I know it's going to be so good. Like, I know it is. And plus, the reason why this is like one of the only books that I have hardcover for is because I couldn't find a paperback version. I would only get paperback versions. But this book, I've heard... I don't really know the plot, but I know that like they fall in love, protective. He's a prince, she's a thief. You know, if you know, you know. But I haven't read this book yet. But yeah, I have the questions.
Would you recommend that book to other kids your age?
My age?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Kids my age?
Yes.
Well, because it depends on, like, are you in advance? Like, do you like to read? Because this is a really big book. If you like, and there's multiple books in the series. If you like to read, then yes. If you like to read, like, short books or if you like to read comics, then no. I wouldn't recommend it. Plus, it's fantasy. A lot of people only read, like a lot of people only read romance and
I'm making
stuff
covers and stuff as we make the video, y'all. Just FYI if you're wondering.
Okay. The Cruel Prince. I haven't read this book yet, but I heard that it's really good. But like I've started reading the first couple chapters, right? And then tell me why in the first couple chapters it's completely blank, like it's only one page, and it's like in the city like the country that they're in, there's no fish sticks and stuff like that in television. What does that even mean? But I heard this is a really smutty book. Like the book is so smutty. And then like the main characters are Jude and Caden. Especially Prince Carlton. I don't really know how to say his name, but I know there's multiple books to the series, and I know I'm really excited to read this book, and I heard a lot about it, but I can't really tell you. About it. I just know there's a lot of smut here, and he's a prince. And
once again, comment down below what is it?
Smut.
What is that?
I don't recommend you say that anymore.
See, what does it mean? Okay.
I just say that.
And have you read this book? You said you haven't read this book?
I started it, I haven't finished it.
Have you read any other book by that author?
No. Those are all the books that she has, and those are like in a series. It's the first book in the series.
Okay. Alright, next book.
Oh, I should probably show this. Oh. Yeah, I should show this one. Binding 13. I've heard this book is so good. And like Sean and Johnny, I didn't like their names because if it's like a smutty like kind of book, who names their characters Johnny and Shannon? But I know like it's like it doesn't. The fact that like it's this big and the fact that so many people say it's so good, like they would read it so many other times, I just don't really like it. And the fact that it's a series, and it's a Barnes and Noble exclusive, so it has special content and it has pretty pages and it's a pretty cover, so. Yeah, but I haven't read this book yet. I started it once again. I haven't finished it.
So I was gonna ask. You said you haven't finished it?
Yeah, no, I haven't finished it.
How does the book's title work in relation to the book's contents? If you can give the book a new title, what would it be?
I'm pretty sure Binding 13. I can't really explain it. I would keep the title though, because the title seems fitting. I wouldn't change it, but I can't really like describe like how Binding 13 fits in it, because like the rest of them will be like turning 13 or something like that. So like, but they're not turning 13. They're not 13.
Okay.
They're adults.
Have you read this one?
No, I haven't started that one. This one I read.
Okay,
This one I read.
The next book.
But I read it from a library book, so I was rushing through it.
Put it in the frame, please. Put it in that frame, please. You're gonna need some cover photos. Like
This one, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, so this one, I read it in a library book and I rushed through it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you guys because I could if I could tell you the plot, I couldn't be able to tell you the plot. Like, cause like on TikTok they said that like it ends in a really it ends with a cliffhanger and after the next video because the next book. I only read this for the smut. Like,
you read that whole book?
And for the smut.
Mm.
That didn't read the whole book. I skipped the chapters and purposely read.
So that was actually my next question, you guys. Did you race to the end, or was it more a slow burn?
No, I raced to the end. But I bought it this time and now it's mine. I can take it however long I want, and it's special edition, so it has bonus content.
We started reading when we would just go to our local library, and she went to the teen section, and then it just went from there.
Yeah, I don't go to the kids section no more.
It just went from there. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to our channel today. We should do more book reviews because we have, this is not even half of the books that she has in her library. Hopefully we can show you guys our free library that we have started in our neighborhood. That's going to be nice.
We haven't started it yet.
We haven't started it yet, but hopefully we'll be able to show them when we do start. If y'all was wondering, I got all my questions off of Pinterest. That's kind of how we
Why
did
did you
the interview.
eliminate?
Because I have to post next time. Don't be giving my ideas away, okay? Just know that they're coming, you guys. And if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask about the books, please put them in the comment section. She reads the comments. She has access to those juicy smut. Is it smut or smit? Questions y'all be having. I don't know. Look, I don't know the language, okay? I don't know the lingo. But she is interested in getting into any book clubs that you guys may have out there for her, you know, age. Obviously, I should say age appropriate because the book is not age appropriate for her, but y'all know what I'm saying. If y'all want her,
Obviously, it shouldn't be adults in there.
if y'all want her in y'all book club or whatever the case may be, comment down below, send me a message on here. I don't know how that works or whatever.
Comment down below, send me a message on here.
But a lot of these books we did get from like Barnes and Noble, Walmart, and then we just went to the thrift store today, so she just read up on a bunch of books. So, anything else before we?
Can y'all type in the comments like websites so I could also order books off and like stores that I could go to?
Cheap ones, please. Used.
And like places that I could go that like I guess are cheaper.
I'm trying to get in the frame of.
That I guess are like cheaper. That way I could like go there in person and actually shop. Cause I prefer to shop. Mama, what are you doing?
I'm showing them your paintings. You guys' paintings are
I prefer
beautiful.
to shop.
Those are Delia's and those are Jacqueline.
I prefer to shop in
That's
person
exactly what we do.
than it is. I prefer to shop in person than it is to online because if it's online, I can't feel how the book is gonna feel in my hands. Plus, online is deceiving. You can't trust what you can't believe everything you see online. So if I if it's in person, I can actually see it. I can actually see if the pages are dirty, see if the pages are ripped. Cause some people, when I had library books, there was a booger on my pages.
How do you know that? How do you know it was a booger?
Cause it was a booger. Boogers look like boogers. Bye!
I'm sick. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We are out. Do what y'all gotta do. Like, comment, and subscribe.